Hello, my name is Glenn Beckel and I am an independent distributor with a company called Nu Skin, and we are a direct selling business or multi-level marketing, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's basically a online store for health and wellness and health and beauty products. But let me just tell you a little bit about myself first. I was a massage therapist for 15 years. I worked for myself and by myself. And I made my money whenever I had somebody either on my massage chair or my massage table. I did a lot of corporate work. I went into offices and I would work from 9 to 4 straight through, basically $75 an hour. And because I worked for myself and by myself, when I first started out, I thought, well, you know, that's as good as it gets, right? I'm working on my terms, right? But at the end of the day, I really wasn't working on my terms. I had to make myself available for my clients whenever it was convenient for them. Okay, so if I was doing corporate work, I had to go in during those business hours and be available for them. When I was working at home, people would come over in the evening. Some people would phone me at 7 o'clock at night, say I want to come over at 8 o'clock. All that kind of stuff went on. So what I thought was living on my terms or working on my terms, I really wasn't working on my terms. I was working on my client's terms. And I was just trading time for money. So I was making a good living, but I wasn't making a living good enough to be able to fulfill my dreams, so to speak. So I was introduced to network marketing, and I've embraced it. One of the things I love about Nu Skin is the training that we get and the support we get from our upline, as we call it, the people that sponsor us into the business. One of the things that the business really does start and end with is inviting. We have to invite people to see more about the business, because a lot of times people have a preconceived idea as to what network marketing is, or multi-level marketing, or as I always call it, direct selling, because we're selling directly to those people. Okay, there's no middleman. So that's what I try and get across to people. But when you go to invite people to learn more about your business and see your business, you've got to get them there. How do you do that? The technique that we use is something called ETHOR, ETHOR. And what that stands for is excited, training, help, opinion, and referral. So what we're doing is we're wanting to basically get on the phone with somebody we know and go through this process here, this ETHOR process. So let me explain what each one stands for. So excited is, I'm excited about what I'm doing now, and I want to tell as many people as I can. Okay? Training. As part of my training, I need to get out and demonstrate and show people about the business one-on-one, one-on-two, at a kitchen table, or at a Starbucks, or a small restaurant, something to that effect, where I can do a demonstration for you and explain more of the business. Help. I'm looking for help. What I'm looking for is people to help me out in this business. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to people and asking for help. Opinion. So when you're actually talking to that person, the first time you've talked to them is, I want your opinion as to what I'm doing and what the products are about. Okay, so you want their opinion. Opinion means a lot. And the last thing is referrals. When people first hear about network marketing, when you're phoning them about network marketing, their radar goes up. They think that you're going to be wanting to recruit them, and they're going to have cupboards full of products or garage full of products. They're going to be bugging all their friends, or they've tried this before and they don't want to go through it again. So what you're looking for is to ask your friends or family or whoever for referrals, somebody that might be interested in the business. Okay, so let's go through a quick run through of what it sounds like to do a phone call like this. Okay, so ring, 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 ring. Hi Larry, this is Glenn here. I'm calling for a reason. Okay, what's the reason? Well, I'm really really excited about the new business that I'm in. I was introduced to it a short time ago, and I want to tell as many people about it as I can. And as part of that business, I have some training and some personal growth to do in the business, and that means that I'm looking to show people about the products and the business itself, okay? And so what I'm looking for you, Larry, is I'm looking to get some help from my friends and family as to how I can expand that business. So the reason I'm calling you is I would really like your opinion on this. If I could schedule some time with you in the next 24 to 72 hours and sit down with you, show you about what the business is about and the products, I would really love your opinion on this. Okay, and just so you know, I'm looking for referrals. Okay, I'm not particularly looking to recruit you, Larry. However, if this business does pique your interest a little more and you'd like to know more, please let me know at any time. Okay, so when can we get together in the next few minutes or in the next couple of days? Okay, and that's really what you want to do with this initial phone call. You want to make the other person feel at ease that you're not going to recruit them or bring them into the business and have them start spending money that they don't want to spend. And really, that's not the way to build the business either. So, like I say, we always give them an out. We always say, if this does pique your interest, let me know and I can tell you more. Okay? So that's what the ETHOR is all about. Okay, so the other thing too, when we're making phone calls, is that a lot of times we get voicemail. Okay, so what do you leave on the voicemail? The last thing you do is leave a long, drawn-out voice message. All you do is simply say, hey Larry, it's Glenn. I got a question for you. If you call me back as soon as you can, that would be much appreciated. Click. That's it. Okay? Leave the curiosity so you get them on the phone. You want to turn that no into a yes. If you leave a long, drawn-out message that says, you know, I'm really excited about this new business I'm in, I've got an opportunity, all those kind of things. Those keywords, opportunity, the newest thing, the latest, quick money, all those things scare people away, and they scare people away for a very, very good reason, because it doesn't work, okay? So that's really what you want to get across to somebody when you're on the phone with them for the first time, is keep it simple if you get voicemail, and then what you do is you phone and you say, I'm calling for a reason, and you go through the ETHOR example. Okay, so that's what we want to do, is we want to get them excited about sitting down with you for a coffee or a lunch. Okay, and that's all you're wanting to do. You just want to get in front of that person, because if you had phoned them and gone on about opportunities and we're making quick money and we're in a ground floor situation, whatever those things are, the red flags go up and they just go, you know what, I don't have time, you know, call me next week, next month. Those are all code for I'm not interested. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to turn that no into a yes to be able to sit down in front of somebody. And like we say, we're looking for referrals. So if Larry really isn't interested in the business, there's no point in pulling Larry into the business. Ask him for referrals. Who do you know that might be interested in products like these, or a business like this, or both, ideally? Okay, so now we've got to figure out who we're going to call. We know how we're going to call now, but who are we going to call? So let's look at where we're going to get our call list from. Okay, our call list is going to come from FFBC, friends, family, business, and community. Okay, so where are these people? Friends, we obviously know who they are. You can pick up your cell phone. Some people have as many as 2,000 people contact list in their phone, right? So a list of friends is not hard, okay? People can go on Facebook and they've got thousands of people on Facebook, hundreds to thousands. LinkedIn, all kinds of different areas. So friends are not hard to come across. Family, we obviously know who they are. Brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles. It could be somebody you haven't talked to in a long time. And you're just wanting to reconnect. So when you're making that initial phone call, you want to reconnect first, and then want to sit down with them, okay, which is what the ETHOR method is about, right? It's about connecting and sitting down and letting you catch up with the person, okay? So business, who do you work with? Who do you know as associates in other companies? This one is a really interesting one in these times we're living in, because really there isn't a lot of security out there with jobs these days. You can hardly go through a week without talking about somebody or hearing about somebody that's lost their job. The other thing you don't know about in business is people that seem like they're really secure and happy with their job, they might not be. They might have a new boss that they're not getting along with. The number one reason why people leave their job is because they're not challenged. Okay, this is a very challenging business, so we could give that person a new challenge and ease them into the business and show them how the business works. So you just don't know what's going on in business and at people's workplace. They could be looking for a change, and the numbers are really high, actually. The numbers are really high on how many people look for change in the workplace because they're unsatisfied with either the amount of money they're making or the progress they're making in getting a raise, getting a promotion, all that kind of stuff. Co-workers that they're not getting along with. There's just the list is endless. And when I talk about those things, that's actually why, as a massage therapist, I worked for myself and by myself. I had a hard time relating to so many of my coworkers that wanted the clinic or the spa that I worked in to provide everything for them. And it was like, no, that's not the way it works. You've actually got to go out and you've got to give some business cards out. You've got to invite them into your massage table or your aesthetics chair or your hairstylist chair or your chiropractic table. You've actually got to go out there and do that kind of stuff. And so many people I worked with, I just didn't see eye to eye on how a business works. Okay, so that's why I moved on. Community. Community is, again, another something that's really endless. I go to the gym almost on a daily basis. I'm there 5 days a week. There's people I see there all the time. You just have to chat them up a couple minutes and say, hey, you know, I'm doing this, or what do you do? I'm doing that. What if you're a soccer mom? Okay? How many other soccer moms are on the sidelines with you? How many times are you picking up other kids in the minivan? What about things like church? People, you know lots of people at your church. You'll know lots of people at whatever you're doing outside of work and outside of your direct area of contact, right? Your community is actually quite big. So just to wrap that up, you know, we've got just one other thing that I always like to emphasize when I'm talking to people for the first time. Once they've learned about the business and how effectively it is to get them out of the rat race, I say to them, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So we make it as simple as possible with our ETHOR system, and you know what? When you come across the right person, they grasp it and they come on board, and they're excited about it just like you are. Because like we say, I'm excited about what I'm doing. Okay, so thanks for now, and I will see you next time.